b5. After bishop d7, I bring the bishop back to c4. Bishop g4, there's f3 line. This setup, g4, knight e2, knight f4. In advance, attacking the bishop and exchange him for my knight. But also knight c3 is totally alright. But capture on d5 is a bit like Misty, because you activate his queen in the center. That's not good, man. That's not good. This is like a very, very friendly move. Activate, develop his queen in the center. Now, queen is very powerful. Let's say you're not able to move the bishop out already. And now you are. One of the best plays of the bishop in Scandi is bishop c4, because you're not really blocked out. If opponent block you out with this pawn chain, that's okay, but this bishop will be for a while in the cage. So for him to develop, he needs to play b6, but after b6 he could really go to different kind of problems on the light squares as fast as possible. So capture d5 is wrong into the strategy point. It's not blunder a piece, but it's a wrong approach. Knight f3. You start having problems now with the center, because this is a classical setup. Looks like he really preferred to move all his pieces out on the queenside part and moving to the queenside castling. I could vote for c4 and d5. Push, 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 push. A little bit. Try to be more aggressive on the in the center and queenside part. Otherwise, whatever else you're doing, queenside castling is coming against you. My mouse. And e5 is coming based on this pin, deflection or pin. So you're gonna be in trouble. Yes, I have. One more time, upcoming Simon. You can check out my fan club, or you can check out my blog too on Thursday. If you're current sub, you can use these benefits. 299. Oh. He used to play bishop e3. One more time, I recommend pushing like c4, d5. It's saving up the pawn structure, plus activity in the center. Hey, Derek, happy to see you. Queenside castle, c4, queen a5. How is going your level, Derek the legend? Now you're already in trouble, because the most natural response against such a check could be bishop d2, but now you have to waste the time to bring the bishop back, which is not so genius. You're not able to cover with the knight, because knight is underpinned, and if you cover by your queen after queen captures, knight takes, losing the pawn. Bishop takes, losing the pawn. King takes, again losing the pawn. Catastrophic opening part in short. After queen a5, you're in a huge trouble because of the move orders. Bishop d2, we forgot to mention that. There is a forky and deflection, and again winning one of those pawns. Yeah, feel free to ask me questions. I'll be glad if you keep in touch with me in Discord for additional questions, or Skype if we ever had a lesson. Also, I'm every single day in Skype. I'm having some lessons, so I'm there, and it sent me notifications. So you've been about 1.4 if I'm not wrong, and you tried to reach 2000, yeah? Yeah, but you have a coach, so I will try to not mess up. And if you remember, my recommendation was to not disconnect with your coach, or not to mess up the coaches. In every single sport is like that. If you have one coach, try to keep going with him. Soon I changed the coach of tennis court for kid, and they said, Did you ever have a different coach or any experience? And I was fair, and I said yes, we still have. And they said you should disconnect first and keep going with one coach. It's just the correct approach. Hey Pelev, how are you doing? Pelev seems like Bulgarian account. I can recognize them. Hey Derek. So what's up, man? I remember you've been proud that you rise up with 100 points. It's about 1.5, you said, or not? It was something like that. So yeah, just try to keep going with the one coach. Could be one time per month, but in general, regular working. Again, it's all about your goals and how fast you'd like to improve, how much time you can invest in chess, all these things, what I already explained. If you want, but not every time hiring a cheaper coach means improvement, you know. Regular lessons with the wrong person, it's much worse than hiring important person with the correct vision of the board, correct vision of the game, and one time per month also could be useful for your development in advance. You know, we talk about in advance, not to become a world champion for 5 days, but time to time giving you recommendations if your individual working is having a correct way, if you're doing correct things. Or you're playing all day, all night. So, you know, time to time, any control will be nice. 2 times per month, doesn't really matter. So if you're regular working in the wrong way, you know what could happen. You can stay with ears on the same level. So, bishop d2. So again, now c4 is too late. Here c4 is not too late. Let's check out the difference between, because you can simply play bishop d2, bishop c3, queen b6, this 4 key. The problem is the time in the game, not the time control, the time in the game, that now you have time to organize your pieces. After queen set castle, it's now a new threat. It's a new threat, but you have time to push, you have time for defending. Queen a4, you have time for counterattacking. In the previous situation, you didn't have this time in the game. You didn't have time because of the move order. You first bring the bishop out. So first bring the bishop out, and then c4 is the wrong way, losing way. It's not only wrong way, it's losing totally. If you first push c4, you're gonna be more comfortable. At least c3. Yeah, hold on. I know e5 is existing, one of the best when white is giving you this opportunity. You should go for the center, open up the bishop, and now you are in trouble. I know this kind of position because it's very close to a Lapin setup. A Lapin for white side setup. Of course, black didn't play c5, but it's, as I said, it's very close to a Lapin because bishop out. I know this standard tip for black. Scandi with the queen set castle, it's very dangerous. That's why temples, try to use the temples in Scandi. Don't give this comfortable way to the black to develop. Don't allow it, please. You're gonna be in huge trouble. Cool, Derek. Wish you good luck. What's your current rating? I can check out after this game. What's your current rating? It was 1.5, I think, so last time when you come to us here. Before lesson with me, you've been 1.4. You said you change what I recommend to you to play with increment, and then you said you rise up 100 points in about. But what's the current rating of you? Now we have to take Othmane. Queen a5, maybe. Black doesn't really wish to exchange everything. Queen b3. Deflection, you know, this situation is already very ugly because seems like your king is not having so many opportunities in front and going to the king side part, castling, attacking you here now. It's very complicated, really. Bishop e2 maybe? Put bishop c5 out. So black does really have problems with development. His king is safety on the queen side part. It's almost +2 for black here. But still c3 could be solider. Now you lost something in a forcing way. I said again, this guy is pretty fast player. Even I had huge problems with the time management against him. Looks like queen b6 is totally winning for him, but he's taking very rash decisions for some seconds. he's a little bit bluffing player, but I think most of the high-rated players are doing that. They didn't really choose the best move, but they're playing one idea faster than you, and in 3+2, that's matter. Well, of course you must play bishop e2, and if any single deflection, you're counterattacking the queen. And if move like knight takes d4, you discover, but the problem is rook is also covering the bishop now. To 450. 10 wins in a row, whoa! To break past this level. Depends of what kind of mistakes. Are you doing the same mistakes? I mean, average count of your loss. Are you blaming on the blunder in one, or you think so you're doing a strategy mistakes, you mess up against little bit higher rated players? Are you messing up in the opening part, or which first thing what you have to clear is which part you're messing up the game. 15+10, you shouldn't let opponent to have advantage after 10 or 15 moves. This is the first thing what has to be your goal. 10 to 15 moves, forbidden. No blunders, no opening problems. It's rapid. It's rapid. We just had one lesson with him, and we talk about some strategy, what he could improve. We talk about which rating he could improve, what time control could be suitable for him and playable. Rapid. So which part of the game you're making the most common mistakes and blame on? And then what kind of mistake? These are different questions. What kind of mistake, if you say opening part, what kind of mistake you're doing? Are you blundering in one? Are you making every single time isolated pawns by yourself? Are you letting opponent to take control of the center, and so on? If it's a middle game part, you can try step by step to invest more time into the tactics. You can rise up the time for tactics until you solve this problem, stop blundering. And very often we don't really have the courage to sacrifice. We talk about sacrifice of the piece, but it's not really easy when we play OTB, classical game. So it's a very sneaky moment. Hey, Elishan, how are you doing, Zavlon? Just don't blunder. Oh yeah. Did you check out my merch store? Did you check out my merch store? All right. Inaccuracies. I could say you didn't choose the best move. You didn't choose the best move, inaccuracies. Or you miss a win. Blunder means losing a pawn in one, losing a piece in one, become checkmated. And mistakes could be kind of blunder. I mean, we can count blunders to the mistakes, but mistakes could be also strategy mistakes, like you go to the worst pawn structure, go to the kind of worst endgame, you block out your pieces, and you have a totally, again, a losing position based on that. So the mistakes could be different kind of strategy and tactical one, what we can count blunders to them. Inaccuracy, you didn't choose the best line of the engine, number one, and blunders are losing a piece in one, or become checkmated, or whatever. Okay, so... Hey Derek, don't be surprised. LPGA, I don't understand this short note. Yeah, Derek, I could say that in my last arena, a regular arena, I blundered my queen 3 times. 3 games. I blundered my queen in one. I was totally sleepy, seems like, totally blind. But yes, this was blitz, my games, but again, it's forbidden to blunder a heavy piece in one, but it's ever happened. One time when Valentina Gurina, one of the top 3 in the world, like in Russia, over 2-5 rated player, blundered a queen against me. Yes, queen. She blundered a queen. And after it, she made 10 out of 10, but she blundered the queen against me. Yes, so it's happened to everyone. It's happened to everyone. Mr. Bortnik. I'm not sure what do you mean, Elysian. Mr. Bortnik, who won several times Arena and make super high rated matches, he blundered. First, I have a crushing game against him. You can check out my YouTube, by the way. I have a win against him. This is my best rated player online, what I won against. Please make sure you write understandable message, otherwise you can be timeout or blocked in Twitch. He also blundered the queen in the last arena against me, and I couldn't convert this advantage. He've got some compensation of the minor pieces, but I could win the game. So yes, don't be surprised, Derek. It's happened to everyone. And Mr. Bortnik is, I think, some of his ratings are over 3,000. So don't be surprised, please. Take z4, this is the problem, yeah, now. But at least you have to play bishop e2 Othmane. Now, simplify the queens, yeah, queens exchange, but lose all the center, even lose one more pawn based on the 4 key. This is 4 key because tried to capture f and tried to make a 4 key. Now you're 2 pawns down, so I could stop analyzing the game. You know why? Because Mr. Kenty is definitely a powerful player, so makes no sense to me. You see his time. Are you able to see his time? He still have 3 minutes. Othmane is having 2 minutes and 50. I've got distracted during the tournament, and immediately I think I become checkmated in this one of the PMD tournament. Oh wait, so they're just timeout. Oh man, I thought you went to the work already. I was a lone moderator here. I don't understand when people say they're playing for a win, or playing for a draw, or playing for checkmate. Like, you're not always trying to win. Wait, what do you mean? Of course you play for a win all the time. Playing for a draw, I think when you're pawn down with rook and game, this is the best example. Pawn down in a rook and game, you try to survive and playing for a draw, yes. I think 2 extra pawns has to be easy win, so let's not wasting of time more for this game. Let's just searching for maybe any drawish chances for Othmane, but I think so. It's oh, sorry. I think it's not objective to think about that. I mean, his opponent is enough good. After 60 moves so far, he still have 3 minutes. 3 minutes. So finally, Othmane blundered the bishop. But anyway, it was completely lost. Let's go over his second game. He sent me 3 games in Discord. This is the next game of Othmane. This is 960. Where is the analysis button here? Interesting. Custom position. Wait, it's not custom position. Oh, there is no analyzing here? Ah, computer analysis. Maybe I can click here. Oh yeah, okay. It's very strange. Why they not really make the things simpler? Hey, Genius Satik, how are you doing? I'm analyzing not only subs games, no, it's a special PMD tournament, Pawn March Destroyer. It was a long organization in about 1 month tournament, 3 different 2 weekends, additional streams too, so it's effort for me, it's effort for you. So previous arena tournament, yeah. Redeem's peak in general could be like that. You're able to make this like this. Hi. It's difficult. It's most of all it's difficult when you don't have
Very difficult.
English is more difficult. I think it's difficult when you don't have so many skills or all skills. Let's check out photo chess. Okay, 960. If you remember my recommendations in the previous streams, you can definitely check out that I was recommend to you guys to not touch these 3 pawns currently before making castle in 960. This is not really a great strategy. I never touch these pawns. Never say never, but well, because when you move this pawn, this diagonal gonna be totally open. When you move this pawn, you've got plenty of weak squares around. Again, you can be in trouble. And attack, attack, attack. Exactly. When you touch the C pawn, again, this diagonal gonna be opened against your king. So every touching of the pawn in front of the king at the beginning of the game could be a mistake. So you can simply double now fianchetto, and you can try to make a castle, and then you can try to figure out the center. 93, good. Fianchetto. You can go for castling now. And castling gonna be like that. King is moving to c1. You just touch the rook by your king. Just touch the rook by your king, and that seems like same situation, same setup like queen set castle. What's the next strategy? I could try to push, here we go. Even at the beginning of the game, I could try g4, not g3, if I'm able to make it. Especially when the knight is on f6. So if first coming the knight on f6, so maybe you can start with this setup first. Knight c3, bishop b2. And if there's a knight f6 now my choice could be definitely g4, g5. Attack, attack, attack. You play only Scotch game. Try to make your life colorful. Limit to the amount of students you try to have. Yeah, sometimes I decline. Sometimes I decline if they're about plenty. If I really have no time to make it. But in general, I'm trying to accept at least every single player who would like to improve his chess. I'm very, very glad. Could be long-term working, could be short session, depends on you. So I could try to push much more. I don't think so could be a problem. I give my 101% effort of working, and I'm expecting at the same from my students, but very, very often this is not the same. Or they start with inspiration, but in the middle of the process they forgot about what we talk in our first lesson, you know, and they keep going away and in their regular lazy mood or whatever. Of course, I'm lazy too sometimes, but sometimes I'm working much more. So I think both effort is really important to the student and to the coach too. Don't talk about captain. Don't talk about captain. You're gonna be time out. Only positive news for the captain. I'm super fianchetto player, exactly. You can call it like that. Hey Vishin, how are you doing? Because in general, the first lesson is something like inspiration, explanation. Check out some weaknesses of you. Of course, for 1 hour we cannot really go over everything, but it's some recommendation. And then later we just make a plan. One of the most important thing, I think, so is generate an opening repertoire. Here is coffee, but I already finished it. I already finished one tea and I keep going. So having opening repertoire, this could stay forever for you. And if you know this very well, if you start understanding this 100%, then you can jump to the next opening, because people would like to cover everything, to know everything. Also some other different people would like to never change this opening in their life, so we try to update it. There are different students, different approaches, I could say. It's more important first to listen the opinion of student, and then you can push him to do whatever you're gonna recommend to him, but not every time it's happening. I can push you to solve homework every single week, but because it's connected with the regular process of your brain, regular thinking, regular working, regular spending time for chess. But if you don't want to make it, what should I do? So if you don't really find the time for that, we can make it 2 times. We can make it 1 time per 2 weeks. So, but regular working, regular solving of puzzles, regular repeating your opening repertoire could give you better results. But some people don't really understand this. Like regular streams. If I don't regular streaming, you will be not here, no? You don't know where I am, to the Black Sea or to the mountain. So if I'm not here every single week with you, what's happened? Three times, could be 3 times, could be 4 times per week, you will not come to me. It's the same in chess. If you don't have a regular training process, most of all by yourself, I don't talk about lessons every day. I talk about individual working every day. Could be 30 minutes, could be 1 hour. How much you've got? Depends of your goal again. If you don't have this regular training process, please don't searching for your final goal then. Don't expect higher results then. It's the same. Now you decide what opening is good for someone. How do you decide? We have to check out first the style of opponent. If he's aggressive player or more strategy player. One more time, if he already plays Sicilian, we can move to a totally different first move, but in general we check out, update what he already know, and then only after he's ready again, after he understands this opening in an excellent way, then he could change it. We can change it, we can add alternative variations. I think so. Having a choice is something very important in chess. In the middle game part, if you have 3 candidates after every single move, you're gonna be a better player. If you have only one choice, there's a huge chance to make a mistake. It's the same for opening parts. If you have a different explanation, different setups, knowing standard tips, positions, standard pawn structures, you will be better player. Don't play a game when it's having a lesson as someone student has done. Okay, so bishop c5. Let me see if he ever made a castle. So all the time, some of my first questions are, do you want to update your current opening part? Of course, I'm able to update it. in a much better version to check out where are the holes, where are the additional lines to. We can add it, we can, in short, update it, or you'd like to change it completely. I leave this choice to you, guys. And if you say, I don't know, then I take the ball in my hands. That's it. I'm gonna give you the best recommendation in my eyes, but it's also comparing to the games what I'm gonna check out from your account, what you already done, the information what you have to give me. Push, push, push. Capture is bad because activate the queen. Hey, chess Matt, how are you doing? Capture is bad because activating the queen here. You can stay or you can try to push again to attack the knight. I would like to push g4, but here the problem is this fixing. And now we can organize the pieces to occupy these squares, I think so. Yeah, maybe some it's the same like in 960. Some like Xpac was doing a very bad. I think today I will not play against viewers because this is what we're doing in our regular streams every single Tuesday, Palilo. But in general, I prefer it to be only against subs. But of course, I'm respecting also the viewers, followers. Today we are analyzing some games of previous arena. So it's against 960. You never play 960 in your life. It's okay. Xpac did 2-3 unrated practicing games against me, and after it he started winning games. This was amazing experience. So first there is a classical Simu this week, but it's only for subs. Palilo, it's on Thursday. You can check out the schedule here in my, I think, fan club or blog. Most of all, the blog. Here is where I'm pasting in the end of every single month. Simu means I'm playing against more than 10 people at the same time. 60 plus 10. 60 plus 10. Classical. So it doesn't really matter that you start, guys, an experience of new time control, new variants, 4-player chess or atomic chess, 960. Doesn't matter that you start this at the age of 40, age of 30, age of 50. Doesn't really matter. Age of 60, why not? Just start. You have one life. You have one life. So why not? Why not then? What to lose? Ask yourself very often what to lose every single time when you try something new. What else you can lose if you start trying? You just try. It doesn't really cost so much to try. No one gonna charge you if you try. No one gonna charge you. Okay, blunder of central pawn. That's mean really bad thing. Othmane blunder in 1. I was calling him to be careful first 10 to 15 moves in all his games. We did have lessons with him, but this is something like lesson 2 because I'm analyzing your games, guys, not mine, not somebody else. I'm analyzing your games. So this could be a free lesson to you. To send your game for you to submit. Alright, Derek, you didn't play in our PMD arena, so this will be additional analysis, yes. You can, by the way, check out, if you have enough channel points, you can save up donation, but I'll be glad, yeah, if you can do it. You can send me, I'm not sure. Oh, you're not moderator, let's change this because you'll be not able to send her here a game. You can, okay, I made a direct moderator. You can invest your channel points like here. Sabotage will invest his channel points to make me a dab. You can do this for analyzing a game too. It's additional option of Twitch. What I gave you, Yeah, sure, I'm able to analyze additional game. Or you can send me in Discord, it's gonna be your choice. Queen h6, behind this blunder, seems like we have the same problem if we're doing any waiting move. Bishop takes e3, knight takes e4. Try to hold on the center, it's really important. There are about several ways how you can counter e4. Could be queen g2, could be f3, but f3 losing the rook. This bishop here is really annoying. I understand why Othmane tried to eliminate him, but this is not a real solving of the problem. So you can trade off the queens through this way. This is kind of pressure here too. I think queen g2 or queen f3, any move like that could cover the pawn, and then you can think about knight b5. So step by step, don't hurry up. Losing this, it's already very bad. Let me see if you can be back in the game. It's not a real pin. f6, solid center. Queen set castle. You see, black touched the rook, and in 960, this is a castle. Queen set castle. f3. King b1, knight f4. Yeah. The problem, I will repeat that when you give up the center and how you give up the center, like blundering e4 pawn. This is the main center, sorry. This is the main center. You blunder a central pawn, you left totally the center. When you left the center, you lost the game. It's hard to say on this level. Of course, she's able to make a mistake. But if we check out her account, actually she's a little bit underrated, I could say. This is not her real, her real rating, I guess so. She's over 2000 for sure, maybe 22. I'm not sure how strong she is. By the way, you can check out how I crush Anna Maya. I'm very, very glad because Anna Maya, I think she beat me before in our personal match in the past. She's a very, very nice streamer too. So I play against other streamer to eliminate him. Also was guarantee our second place. So when you lose the center, it's really hard to figure out. It's really hard to figure out. Maybe not trade off the queens here. I don't know. You could centralize, bring the knight back and centralize him here, but again, black is able to push d5. And after d5, black is totally alright. Totally alright. Very tough position, very tough. Only pawn down, but step by step, based on the space, you lose much more, I guess. Yeah, you lose the second pawn here, you lose the third pawn here, and yeah, I know it's Maria Milano, I know who is Fotochese. She didn't respond to me, so I'm not huge respectable to her. You could respond to someone, at least, that you're not able or you don't wanna make a call-up with him, with her, with him, doesn't really matter. I think it's a bit of respect to answer to somebody. I'm doing that to everyone. I mean, it's also spending of time, but I think I sent maybe her message on Slack community because we're partners, we're Twitch and Chess.com partners. And also Discord message. I think several times she's avoiding me, you know? She's avoiding me. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate it. Oh, you sent me the game. Okay, after this? Yeah. So cannot say more positive things for her, I think so. She didn't find a time to answer, so it's a bit strange to me. She's scary maybe to play with us, any sub battle or any match with us. Probably she's scary. I don't know. Okay, I move to Derek and then I'll go back to Othmane. There we go. Let's check out their game. Othmane currently 2 games, and I will continue with the Othmane back. This is a 56 moves game. Well, in general, if this game is happening in the lesson, we can talk much more what you're thinking in the game, what you're thinking during the game, and what are your calculations too. You're black here, sorry, and what your regular opening setup in general. Here, I'm not sure if we can. Very annoying. Okay. We can talk about if you're in your waters in the opening part, for instance. Are you familiar with this opening part? Okay, you've been accelerated dragon here, player. Okay, this is a good line for you when white captures c6. Again, it's leaving the center. Hey, thank you. Photo chess, we talk about photo chess. Some Russian, yeah, she's Russian player. In general, nature, I think so. Could be Ukraine. I all the time mess up. Not all the time, of course. I know the Russian national team of women, of men, but sometimes I mess up the other players, like sidelines players, background players, where they're from. Ukraine or Russia, they have similar surnames because, and you know, they have mess up. Could be Russian. Also in Ukraine, many millions of Russians are living, so you can definitely mess up who is Russian and who is nature Ukraine or whatever. Yeah, she's Russian. Okay, thank Pawn, thank you. Yeah, living in UK is what I know. Yeah, but she declined any communication with some of the streamers. Let's say it's an interesting point. I respect this point anyway. So b takes c6, maybe she's a huge star right now and that's why. Knight f6, f6, knight f6, you play f6, man. This is the first mistake what we can focus about. It's a theory, so I cannot say that you are following the best strategy for black side after accelerated dragon and queen is coming to you. You can operate like that. Doesn't really matter who played that game. Don't focus on that. All the time I explain you. Doesn't really matter the rating, the level, and the letters of the names. Are you a streamer, or you're a YouTuber, or you're a worker, or you're a waiter? Doesn't really matter. Or you're a drinker, disco man, DJ, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's delete the all factors. This is just a game, okay? So we try to figure out first the opening problems. What I told you, it's really important. Knight f6 is the best response. Don't forget about that. Don't worry that e5 is not really a problem because you're able to move away the knight to d5. Now this is a very good setup. e6. Now you can play f6, or if you'd like, even you're able to bring the knight back. Why this is not super dangerous? Because you're able to cover any of those checks by your pawn structure, and after bishop g7 you can ask the queen. You can ask the queen where she's going in advance. But okay, let's say you could prefer a safety position of the king side part, so probably more preferable could be f6 as fast as possible, bishop g7, castle, and in advance f5 attacking the queen. Little bit later, not little bit later, actually white now has to figure out the problem with this hanging pawn. Both capturings are possible. I'm gonna have c6 isolated pawn, but this is not really a problem because you have the all center in the world after e5. Don't forget about that. Okay, this is a weak structure, definitely when we push f6. Just all what you need in advance is not blunder something and being able to make castle as fast as possible. That's it. Knight b6, queen e7, bishop e6 could guarantee a king set castle soon. Because if there is a queen b3, cover this square. Also, we can play against the queen like that way. Rook b8, bother, 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 attack, attack, attack. If they're bothering you to not make a castle, don't just stay. Try to make some reaction. First, fianchetto could give them time to come to you like that. Queen e7 maybe. If castle, yeah, you can take here. Queen e6 guarantee endgame with the bishop pair. If we analyze a little bit in advance, just to make it clear, this could be very, very nice endgame for you. Isolated pawn c6, but your compensation is a bishop pair. This is in short the move what I could recommend. You can push f6 only if you have already the knight out. Pushing f6 still with the knight on g8, I feel like you can be in trouble later, and it's automatic +1 for white. There is a line with h4 too. Now what you gonna do? Do you have time to organize your pieces? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's annoying, it's annoying. Definitely after bishop c4, being able to make castle, you have to push e6. You don't have d5 currently. And e6, f6, c6, g5 maybe. What we're talking about here? Yeah, it's a bit strange. Only to play by pawns so much in the opening part. It's against the basic rules. I could go back, man, to move number 6. Don't play f6 here anymore. If you wanna figure out this. I think this is possible in... yeah, this is possible only against accelerated dragon. When you don't really play knight f6, this is possible now, queen d4. So you must know this variation. You must know that line. If there's a c4 block out knight... knight d5 in advance, of course automatic you can block out e5 if you'd like through d6, but now you can bring the knight back followed by d6, bothering that, and you're able to bring the knight to f5 too. This is alternative. Now there is a check also, don't forget about some more tactics, and capture the pawn if they don't really protect it. Or your next move could be d6, knight h6, or queen a5. After f6, finally we can continue with the game. I will repeat, the most correct setup in my eyes is this one, knight h6. You don't need to go to the f7, but knight h6 followed by castle. Try to make castle as fast as possible, because making castle guaranteed this cover attack against the queen through f5 pushing. f4 is a bit strange because block out their bishop here, so it's a bit strange to play f5, I think so. Queen b6. This is good deal. This is good deal. Already you have a one pawn island. You've got a bit hanging pawn structure. A bit hanging pawn structure. A little bit later you're able start pushing, being annoying. Let me see, what did you do? I think you can open up the light square bishop as fast as possible to this diagonal too, and maybe f5 is in my goals too. Like, I would like to recapture an f5 by my bishop and open up totally my bishops, my both bishops. f5 is in my go after d6. I think this is the best. Well, bishop g4 not really because of h3 g4 pawn storm, but my go to play d6 is open up the bishop. f5. So d6 open up the light square bishop control here, and f5 open up this monster. Bishop needs space, needs free diagonal. Push? Cool. Okay, now d6, a little bit later. I will mention the most common mistake ever in opening, in middle game part, is a move order. Move order. Okay, man, he blundered. You have to crush him next. Now, no more mistakes to the end. This is the other thing what you have to try to do. Because on your level, it's totally possible. I told you, even in our level, it's totally impossible to blunder a queen, rook, or whatever. But most of all, the difference is that on my level, we are able to blunder on blitz and bullet, of course. When we have already seconds, everyone is able to blunder. I ever saw one game between, I think, Carlsen and Anand. Some rook was hanging and nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. They just play. They just play. So don't forget about that. The only one difference is, I told you, that I'm able to blunder when I don't have time. But when you have time, you should be able to blunder. When you have time. And here you have time, 14 minutes. So try to use this time. Where is the problem? Why your opponent didn't use his advantage in the opening part? One of the reasons is check out his time currently. Second thing, why your opponent... So first question is why your opponent lost so fast the advantage in the opening part? Because of rush playing, not depth, not searching for better opportunities, and taking some more bad decisions based on the fast playing. Second thing, like why he blundered the pawn on g4, based on exactly the same reason, time management. He didn't have time management. He played hyper bullet here. He played hyper bullet game. Yeah. So I'm not sure why he blundered. This is a standard attacking, yes, but when if we add two queens here on d2 and c7, makes sense to open up a h file and play for a standard checkmate on h7. You know this plan very well. But now makes no sense to play h4. Position is totally even after a move like bishop e2. Bishop d7, and now he could try to push h4, yes. So there is not so much behind that. I think black also could be faster on the queen side part. You try to work on the side where are you strong, and you're strong enough on the queen side part. Even if he pushed to the end, like h6, you can simply bring the bishop in the corner, and if he capture, there is nobody who can give you a checkmate on h7. Only any queen coming to you could be dangerous. Now it's totally not. Even if he doubled the rooks, what's going on? Where are the benefits of white? I don't see them. Where is the attacking of white? I don't see it. f5 giving you this square. g5, you're able to push f5. You try to close the position where you're weak, and of course you try to open up the position where you're strong, totally on the queen side part. Now we talk about chess. I stop on the moment where your opponent blunder. Why? Because after he blunder, in my eyes, this is totally winning game for you. So I'm trying to give you just a fresh, good idea if opponent play into the even way, equal way, good way. I think makes sense if you play against stronger opponent. So effort here could be pushing of b4, and every single time when opponent push so much, and when the queen is already not on the board, these pawns become target, automatic target in the potential endgame. They're not well protected, and after exchanging several pieces in a row, like after b4, you bring the rook to the 4th rank, you will be able to attack them in any moment. Just want to explain you why pushing so much sometimes, I mean, pushing doesn't really means benefits, advantage. Of course not. Of course not. Okay, so this could be your regular strategy of you. Finish the development by bishop, bring the rook to the strong side, and try to close the position on the king side part. So, after you capture here, let's check out. What's your next go after winning a pawn? First thing, don't become panic. How to increase, try to increase this advantage, not to lose it. I could go back to the same strategy, you know, nothing new is happening here. You try to increase this advantage, like, again, try to work on the side where you're strong, because a little bit later, maybe he's able somehow to use this semi-open file G against your king. Still, two rooks are on the board, so after you semi-open up G file, he's able to organize some more pieces there if you don't take any reaction to close G or H or F files in a better way. So here the plan could be F5, could be H5. Try to block out one of those pawns to not being able to push in advance. That's it. Bishop H5, I don't like it. You put the bishop in the end of the board. It's not a bad move, but it's not that great, because first bishop is not under attack, so I could appreciate much more H5. H5, F5, and what I'm guaranteed with H5 and Bishop E2 or Bishop H3, I could say doesn't matter for me. What I guarantee with... my mouse is crazy. Okay, what I'm guaranteed with pushing of these two pawns, H5 and F5. I guarantee that G file is closed. The file against your king is closed. This is the first factor in chess, to have a safety position of the king. Alright, maybe my bishop could be out if opponent decides to go back. Double G pawns. If opponent decides to go back or just to stay like that, this didn't change. I will never take first. I will never take first. This is also open up. This is also, this is also open up. This also open up the diagonal. You're able to double C pawns and winning this, either this. Now I can also, doesn't really matter that you're extra pawn. This is only an advantage for you. You can think about it into the upcoming endgame. No sabotage, we don't need knight h6, man. Everything is well protected currently on the kingside part. Don't searching for opportunity to open up kingside. You have to close kingside. I repeat that 5 times. You have to close kingside. Yes, Derek. So, open up the diagonal. You want to double. And working on his weaknesses. Where are his weaknesses? Little bit already the center. And most of all, queenside. We go back to the previous topic. Queenside castling. And what we improve... Bishop here is just collecting a free pawn. Just collecting a free pawn, and yeah, bishop is already developed in the forcing way. That's the best scenario. That's the best way. So that's why I don't really like bishop h5. So Tyre mentioned that we're gonna double. All right, and what? We're gonna double, and what? Oh, by the way, guys, what are your preferences? Which pawn has to take on g4 now? Which pawn has to recapture on g4? Which pawn has to recapture on g4? And why? Maybe, please don't play lottery. Don't play lottery. Play queen's chess. F, don't open h5. Okay, Sarhane Vox. This is the purple t-shirt of my fan club. Into the merch store. F. Derek said F. All of you wanna close the H file? Open up the rook. Of course. Don't open up opponent. Try to keep closed H file. First benefits. You close opponent, you block out opponent. Second, you open up yourself, your own rook. Semi-open file will be benefit for you. In the both cases we have, don't forget about, I just mentioned what are our advantages already. Yes, so there are double pawns, but This is a connected pass pawn, man. You eliminate any single chance to be under attack on the king side part now. Even one time you can play e6, but I don't recommend. You can stay like that, yeah. What is the other benefit? Yeah, you open up your rook, you block out him. Yes, that's it. That's more than enough. Bishop h5, okay. Bishop e2. This is also benefits. If opponent didn't trade off, probably he could try to use the power of this bishop. Maybe such a plan I would be a little worried about. This bishop on h3 could be one idea more powerful than... I was asking what was guaranteed. This bishop on h3 could be a little bit more powerful than exchange the bishop. Exchange is not a good deal for white, of course. h5, too late. Too late. You both, but your opponent especially, he play hyper bullet. But you both play extremely fast. The question is, do you need now h5? So if you keep going with this plan, and this plan is very powerful, you wanna reach his back rank. So now if h5, what's the most correct decision here after h5? If we're worried about the pawn structure. Yeah, this is 15-10 time control, and look at opponent time. I will focus on that because this is a huge factor in chess. The time management, time spending, side note, and the opposite thing. When you have extremely much more time and take rush decisions like white here, don't follow his rush decisions. What mean that? Kids are doing that. Okay, f4, f5, d4, d5. No, okay, you play d4. Let's push him to be nervous. So here, you know what? I could spend 4 minutes. I don't care. I will still have plenty of time. He will become nervous and he can press the button resign. This could ever happen. So don't follow his tempo. Patience. I repeat this at home 100 times, but I also don't have the patience sometimes. But patience. Don't follow his tempo. g5. Try to close the file if you have availability to push h6, and I'm sure you're gonna have it, because now h6 doesn't really work on. You can simply take double the rooks. Who cares? Even you can bring the bishop back. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Time trouble in the rapid is very hard in general. I see that also Derek is a bit fast player here, so we cannot. I think time trouble here is almost impossible, because he's still having 14 minutes. This is I can take a shower, I can make my lunch, I can go to the bathroom. Again. I can go for a walking half hour and come back and still win the game. In general, this is plenty of time, so relax, and don't follow his fast decisions. Don't play at the same speed as him. That's it. Okay, so you push, no, this is not the game. You play h5 before him, and of course h5 immediately is the same topic what I just explained for the opponent. When opponent has these pawns here in a row, he has to be sure that he's ready, he's able to cover everything. And he's not, maybe. So when you push h5 pawn, g6 become automatic backward pawn, so you have to be ready. You have to be ready to think about this weakness, how to cover it. Is it knight h8 your dreaming defense, is the question. I see you're not ready. Why? Because you follow his speed of playing. You have extra pawn. This is easy win. Supposed to be easy win. Don't make weakness by yourself. And with starting pushing of h5, e5, start blundering, you're doing that. Yeah? Yeah, I think so. Maybe I will make my lunch much later, because I already had a Huge sandwich, yeah. Yeah, but now I can save time for more working for analysis for you guys. Don't appreciate that. I'm glad, I'm glad. So, common mistake, don't start beating yourself. Don't play friendly chess, don't play for opponent, try to play against him. I know this is too common mistake, but too common sentence, but it's true. You start pushing pawns without need. Again, it's more or less connected with where is your power? Where is your power? You're able to push e5, but d6 is not really a attackable under attack pawn, so you can push e5, it's totally possible. Or again, you can go for where you are strong. It's very, very easy to work on the side where you're strong, not where you're weak. Yeah, but let's check out how fast. This move is spending 2 seconds. If we add this to, if it's 10 plus 2 or 10 plus 5, I'm not sure. If it's 10 plus 2, okay, you spend 4 seconds for this move. Pushing of the pawn is a very important decision. People didn't respect losing a pawn. People didn't respect losing 2 pawns. People didn't respect pushing of the pawns. And all these are very important. Connected with the pawn's movement. Pushing pawn means leaving some weak square behind you, or leaving some backward pawn like there we go. Or leaving back rank pretty weak, or backward pawn for sure. I think e5. 4 seconds. 4 more seconds for e5. 4 seconds for h5. 4 seconds for e5. No comment. So that's mean, alright, rook g2. I pay 0 attention. I generate a backward pawn. Who cares? 0 attention. Push, push, push. The system is not working like that. King h7, rook g1, and I'm pretty sure you will a bit care about this weakness. If you don't know what to do with your pawns, better is just try to have a pawn in the main center. I repeat that in about only 1,000 times. Try to have a pawn in the main center, so one time e5 gonna be enough. And of course take care about your backward pawns, weak pawns. So how to cover now g5? How to solve the problem with g5? Let me know. You have a defense move, and you have a counter-attacking move, and you have simplification too. I mean, you have moves like that, definitely. This could also guarantee a good position. It's not really a counterattack because your bishop is also hanging. After f5, you have to cover now the bishop, or here e6. But his rook now is in a trapping position. It's a bit interesting position too. You bring back the pawn to him, but you're able to work in the center now more because you eliminate the one rook of him. So must trap this rook. I mean, you're not able to win it, but you're able to use the fact that you play with extra rook on the other f to a, okay, e to a files in this area. My mouse is crazy, yeah. In this area, you play with extra rook after this move. The other good moves, what are they, Derek? If you don't find out this counterattack with knight h6, knight g4, what else you could do? With the g-pawn now. And please don't play e5 again. Hey, Tent, how are you doing? Knight h8, alright, sabotage was a bit faster. Knight h5 cover here. By the way, knight h8, h8 I mean, is weak just because this is still a powerful pin. So knight h8 is not saving up the pawn. In this case, is not good. you have only actually two super good moves. One of it is knight h6, but you know, currently I also need about 1 minute to calculate here, because it's very important defending moment. Very important defending moment. And you spend 4 seconds. Do you think so you're much stronger than me? I need 1 minute to calculate here what's the best defense of g6, because currently I hold on the extra pawn. It's very, very important moment. How you can spend 4 seconds and just throw away the pawn like that? It's not serious, you know, it's not serious decision. I need 1 minute to check out what's the best here. Is it e5 bringing some counterattack? Not really. Your bishop is in a weak position. Is it knight h8 working? I have to see what's going on after f5. I see, I'm lost. Okay, let's eliminate the candidates one by one. It's very important decision, the defending position. Is knight h6, knight g4 complicated? Am I able to win the bishop? No, I'm not. Am I able to win the rook? No, I'm not. But you have to think in advance. Am I able to use this area with my extra rook, because this rook gonna be trapped? Oh, this indeed time. Calculations, depth, candidates. Eliminate the wrong candidates. No, man. No, the fact that you don't see. You are able to see if you spend your time. For 4 seconds, I'm not able to see anything. I'm just following my intuition most of the cases. So I could be like you. I can say, I don't see these moves. How you're able to see if you don't spend your time? Ask yourself. Ask yourself. Every time before pushing, before capturing, before defending, before sacrificing, before attacking, spend your time. Little bit more, please. Little bit more than 4 seconds. We have a 2 seconds rule with Logis I was joking about, but he was taking such a decisions too. And we couldn't figure out this. I'm giving recommendation, he didn't follow it. It's breaking down. Same mistakes. I'm going back now to the Saltaire move. And I'm not sure which one is more precise. Oh, hey, Taburich, we didn't see you a long time ago. Happy to see you. Alive in the chat. Alive in the chat. Bishop h6. I'm not sure what is having Bishop h6 benefits of. This is kind of pin. Maybe we can still go for that, or simplifying first. I'm not sure. What's the idea behind that? So, Saltaire move f5. This is the second good opportunity. This is the second good opportunity what Saltaire gave us, but not really, because after capture, what's the plan of that? Actually, if we plan to take back this, it doesn't really work, because our king's position is also extremely weak. And nobody mentioned g5. Nobody mentioned g5. I'm moving to this position because king h7 was natural move. King h7 you can play it for 2 seconds here. Let's go back to this move. You're under attack. You don't have about 100 possibilities. So king h7 is move of the hand. But next move is very hard. I think so. Next move is very hard to find out this trapping of the rook here. I think my preferable line could be occupy this square, because I'm pretty sure opponent nerves gonna go to the end and he's going to sacrifice any of those rooks for the knight on g4. Knight g4 is iron outpost. Very, very strong move. But I think g5 is a bit hard. Let's calculate. hg, fg, fg, because the knight's covered here, that's why fg. And now what's going on? You lock up these two rooks, there, and now we have several possibilities how to fix this pass pawn. I think one of the easiest one, because we're searching for easy decisions. If there's a potential check, we have to block out this check through the bishop, and that's it. And if not, in general, again, we have the same opportunity to occupy this outpost and to open up f-file. I think knight e5, bishop e5, all these are good moves. And don't forget about that you have a pass pawn too, so you're able to use this pass pawn just by pushing. Or after knight to e5, you can double the rooks. Of course, don't go for the queen side working anymore, because now all the stress is king side part. All the pressure is there. All the game is there. Okay, if you don't feel safety, one more time, you can simply bring the knight to the center with the more threats like knight f3, knight g4, open up the bishop, g6 is nothing, you go home back safety, king g8, rook f3, double the rooks here, because here is the game, here is the playing area. You're able to sacrifice here. These are also some tactics what has to be here in your mind, in your background thinking. Rook a1, here we go, this is gonna deflect the knight, do you have upcoming attack, so all these arrows has to be in your mind. But for this, you need to spend your time. Okay, so this could bring g5. g5, guarantee h-pawn, pass pawn, guarantee open up f-file for you, closing g-file for opponent. Closing g-file for opponent. And why close g-file? Because these two rooks are coming for you. And you try to close them. And g5 is the easiest, the best way to close the rooks. Now to transfer the rooks to the h-file, I guess so it's a hard job. So if they play, well, rook h2, knight f3 fork, but if they play rook h1, by the way, knight c4 seems like winning something on the way, because this cover attack the bishop and you're able to win b4, or you're able to push b4. I go back to these tactics, and when I cannot click, and when bishop captures the knight, rook a1 will be fork in the end of the line. If you're confused, let's show you. So if there is a bishop on d2, if there's a b4 and opponent anyway capture, if he didn't capture, I recapture. Oh, there's a bishop b2 also in the end. But if you don't see this move, you can simply take here and fork e, checkmate. You're able also to directly check him and take here. These tactics are not complicated. But now, before b4, we have a tactic moment, yeah? We have tactic moment in the... We can call this also rook endgame, but I think it's still something like middle game part, because we have too many pieces on it. So before this tactic, what do you need to know? Don't pay attention to the every single hanging pawn, of course. Try to open up your eyes for the both sides of the board. Why? Because both sides of the board is a pretty open position. And in general, your weapon, your power, is on the queen side part. This is what I'm repeating from the starting of the game. Queen side part, rook f, b8 and pushing of b4, or directly pushing of b4 here is crushing down. The game is over. H-pawn is not important, because even if opponent double the rooks and even if opponent capture h5, nothing against you currently, nothing. There is nothing, no checkmate. Bishop is excellent defender in Dragon. Excellent defender, excellent attacker. Okay, let's go back to your decision. I stop here and analyze it deeper, because e5 is just a blunder. Yeah. 4 seconds decision move. That's pity, that's pity. Every capturing, every decision of the pawn is very important. One more time. You capture, activate his bishop, and with this pressure soon, you will be in trouble. How you could cover the trouble? Maybe the same deal to move the knight to g4. Maybe the same pattern, the same position, the same trapping rook, what we already talked about. Pawns are even. And what's going on? Your bishop is in trouble. He could simple now change the evaluation totally by rook h6 and winning a pawn. I think you should get rid of pin on this direction, because you're anyway able to cover the pawn, and when you go to, and you're also anyway able to activate the bishop through this and this way. So king h7 without thinking, better position of the king. So king f8, very, very wrong approach, Derek. Very wrong approach. King to the center, I respect this. But more availabilities for the bishop. More free. Much better diagonals for the bishop. Has to be h6. How to guarantee h6 with king h7? It's very, very simple move. Push, you see? Push. Another push. Very wrong pushes of both sides, most of all of your side. You see, every single move of you, I could count like a mistake on the 5th rank pawns. Every single move. Maybe only e5 makes sense because control the center. Maybe only e5 makes sense. I guess so. c5 was one of your final mistakes. You're even not able to bring the king in the center because bishop's hanging, so you cannot bring the king in the center. I think you have to go back to the same square here, to the same plan. And if there's a knight b4, you're able to protect the pawn, or to sacrifice it because of counterattack here. I think if c5 gonna be the same bad stuff against you, so maybe you should go for this plan. Just get rid to not being under attack and free the rook on f7 to come here. Or to come here. Most of all, bring the rook to the open file. Lose a pawn, but keep some pressure. Keep some pressure. Maybe here? Okay, what a tactic now you have by bishop, Derek. What a tactic now you have by bishop. What is your possible tactic now by bishop? Think about here. Oh, that's the power of the bishop. That's why I'm pushing you to move the bishop there, because more availabilities in front. Think about tactic now. It's endgame. Doesn't matter where are the tactics. You have to searching for them everywhere. Opening, middle game, endgame part. Bishop g5, yes, yes, yes. Okay. There we go. Bishop g5. Bishop c1. The piper. Great sacrificing of the bishop and also attacking the pawns. But bishop g5 is winning of the exchange. Why winning? Because this rook is trapped. We go back to the topic that the rook is trapped. Took you a second, Diborot. All right. I'm glad that you spent a second about it. These are my names anyway. So bishop g5, trap the rook, and there we go. After pawn takes, you just take here. And position is playable, yes. It's playable most of all because knight is having fantastic outpost. So if you capture here like that, seems like knight d5, and you can be definitely in trouble. Looks like this position is also a bit interesting, but here you're able to support the pawn by your king and by your other rook, I guess. So this will be much better to keep close this pass pawn. It's not easy decision. Everyone gonna take, but after take you're lost. Seems like it's a very, very forcing line, I think so, and you're in the forcing line losing the rook very, very fast. Oh, no, I'm just sharing with you my full name. Anyway. Alright, so this could have happened if you choose the correct direction of the king. Now c5, and you give to him totally freedom on d5. So, you know, if we bring the time back, if you have knight to g4, it was fantastic outpost for you. And now you give this fantastic outpost for opponent knight. We have some kind of deflection, f5, but it's not really bothering him because he has plenty of choice what to do here. Yeah, step by step you lost this pawn because you don't have this move. You try to go here, but this cost time. This costs time. Maybe he can simple counter attack you also here and simple defending like that. This is the best approach of white. Somehow cover this or this way, and come to eat b3, and the game will be crystal clear then. Alright, you lost the pawn. Do you need to take the knight? Is there a dangerous threat? Because here you're welcome to go to e7 and again lose 5 games. It's been like 50-50. You're not a good lottery player, I could say. for months. These are one of my favorites, if this could be a help. And these are some of the... sorry. And these are some of recommendations for books, for instance. Check out my system book. Check out to get access of diamond membership of some top website like chess.com, Lichess, ICC, what else? Chess Tempo. There's some other platforms for free. One of those what I count, and try to increase your tactic level, and you're gonna increase the level for sure. Yeah, don't go for playing only. Try to study something little. All these platforms are having rich possibilities to study. Yeah, to study, not only for playing. For playing, the only one recommendation will be, doesn't matter of the time control, try to play something with increment, just to have the availability to convert the advantage and to have the availability to count, to calculate. Have time for calculations. Choose something with increment. 3 plus 2, 5 plus 3, 10 plus 10, 15 plus 10, something with increment. Good luck. Bishop takes f6. I don't think so we have to take, so we can go for this counter attacking and check out. If this check happening to you, again, it's very important which direction you know. Over 3000 rated puzzles, every time I hate when I'm under check. Because huge possibility to make a mistake, even here. If you go here, there is a potential check on this side. If you go to e7, looks like it's hard to find out rook f5 in this case too. This is losing. And if you go to g8, you're able to hold on the game because this is counterattack against the knight. So you push him to take or run away is impossible because losing the rook. Only one move, and now you continue attacking him here and here. So it's about attack, 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 attack. Yeah. Write down in Google, maybe, for sure Amazon for everything, or a different website for books, ebook, or order the real books. I guess so, they're not so expensive. I mean, you can start by first steps or order first 3 steps. 6-step system. Write down in Google 6-step system. I was working in Dubai, like one year coach there. I was working on this system, 6-step system, with the kids. So it's excellent for beginners. Yeah, 6-step system. Di Borato. It's also good for Di Borato. 6-step system. So this could be playable still. Derek, I think so. And let's check out knight d7, by the way. Is it gonna be the same? Could be, yeah. Just attack the knight and the rook at the same time, push him to take, and now continue attacking the rook. Looks like only one move, and now again you can try the same check and come here. But now this pawn is hanging, so it's not so easy. You can cover the pawn, you can attack him, but now your pawn will be under attack. Yeah. Looks lost for you, looks lost. But at least some counterattack. Hey Derek, let's step on method. So tired. This is my coach. I know. Wait, how did your game finish? You exchange here everything. King e7. Okay. Rook b6. Let's share with you some information, guys. One of my coaches, so my first coach is international master, and he analyzed one game in about 4 or 5 lessons, like 4 or 5 days. Can you imagine? 4 or 5 days, one game. One. You can try some counterattack, yeah, if you're able to win h-pawn. Okay, you know, his fault here is that he's spending time for this. Makes no sense. He has 2 connected pass pawns. He has to push as fast as possible, because these pawns are moving ahead without support of the king. Yes, they're moving ahead without supporting of the king. So he's able, most of all, to bring the king to the strong side. We should work on the strong side of the 1 game 5 days. Yeah, how? Exactly how? Maybe you should little bit understand this point, that you should spend more time for your mistakes than moving forward and just play. So again, the same rule. Less playing, more studying. Less playing, more studying. Pay more attention to yourself than others. Increase your level, not others. You shouldn't care who is your opponent. Take care of yourself. Work on yourself. Individual working. Doesn't matter who is against you. PMD, chess bra, I don't care. I don't care. You shouldn't care. Hikaru is also human. He's able also to make a mistake. Looks like you have already playable endgame, because your goal has to be to disconnect this pawn. So even if you lose h pawn and winning of c pawn gonna be draw, because your target is to disconnect these two connected pass pawns. So your goal is to attack them behind. If he take this, you take this. If you lose this, after cut, eliminate his king. He's not anymore able to push these two pawns. Even if he's checking you, you bring the king where? You can bring the king here. And now this pawn is not pushable because you're gonna lose the next one. You stay like that. Rook a3, rook b3, rook a3, rook b3. What's gonna be the improvement here? No improvement. So this is the case when this is a standard theoretical draw. This is draw. Yes. The opening and the show, the Queen's Gambit. Queen's Gambit is alright. I recommend Queen's Gambit declined for black in general. Queen's Gambit declined for black. For beginners. It's very solid setup. Very solid setup. Until you start understanding the game, until avoiding the blundering point, until move 10, move 15 even. Queen's Gambit declined is perfect for black. I think so. Even Magnus is using it. Bishop e7, bishop knight f6. Fast castle, play chess, play chess. Until you study the moment to stop blundering. Theoretical draw. You could go for theoretical draw in an amazing way. So nothing is over. Never give up. 14 minutes so far, 17 minutes so far for your opponent, almost 18, sorry. You could make a draw, yes, if you pay attention to the correct pawns capturing. The correct pawns capturing will be disconnect his two connected monsters. Two connected monsters. Rook behind, king d2, totally winning. Doesn't matter, you're gonna push here. Totally winning, I'm totally winning. Push, 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 push. Take care of this pawn, because the correct approach to push them is now b6, but now b6 is currently not really possible because also your king is closer to the rook's pressure. So he's not able to push, he has to go behind, and now again you know where is my focus. My focus is disconnect these two pawns and make a draw. I think you're still able to make a draw here if you pay attention to the correct pawn. You don't need to give check. Check is one of the worst thing in the world when you don't know what to do. Much better is limitation. Much better is pay attention again to this pawn we're waiting for. But the best limitation is rook on the second rank, of course. You can go like that. Rook c5, it's gonna be alright. He's not able to push, so it's much better limitation than check. Check is bad. Without a good follow-up plan, exactly. He's also giving you checks here, but the difference is that he's able finally to push c5. You shouldn't let him to cross fifth rank. Now it's over. Now it's over. Yeah. It's over. Okay, thank you, Derek, for the game. I go back to Othmane, the next game of Othmane, last game of Othmane. Third game. Join our fan club. If you have a daily chess game, I'm able in different, of course not now, different streams to analyze them. Also, another way to analyze some of your games is to become my student. I'm 8 years coach of experience of. And another way for free will be follow my channel, become a subscriber, and play daily chess for my club. It's a fan club comment. Yes, and another way is using your channel points if you follow me regular. Using your channel points is another free way how I am able to analyze one of your games. In that case, also there's another way if you take a part in our sub battles too, but again it's connected to be a current sub in the channel. These are the benefits. Otherwise, you will not separate ever sub from follower, just, yeah. Discord is the community where we keep in touch after stream. Othmane, let's go! Game number 3 out of PMD round 3. Round 3. Currently we check out the Othmane blunder in one previous 2 games and he had fantastic chances. This is the starting position out of Scandi, d4, Othmane is black. He won this game, excellent. Support of Amazonkas. Queen takes d5. So now the question is how to capture the pawn back. I think knight captures followed by c5 is a standard setup in Scandi. I think knight captures is much better. And then you can retreat the knight back to f6, but could be the same. Okay, now safety position of the queen, or this is a great counterattack because there is no bishop e2. Actually there is, and here you can not lose anything of this because pawn is well protected, so you're able to come here. So bishop e2 is forbidden. If bishop e2 is forbidden, knight e2 looks like very tough situation. You're not able to develop the bishop out. Queen e2, simple losing the central pawn. We just check out the all possibilities for the all people in the chat, all levels. We talk about chess here. We don't talk about blame on somebody or why he lost or why he plays such a shit, why he blundered. We talk about chess, how to play correct chess. What are the rules and what are the all possibility. Knight e2 is currently tough place, but in the other case, bishop on e3 is more tough place. He's like a huge pawn. Anyway, the next move gonna be knight c3, trying to kick out the queen. That's why you need to open up the bishop as fast as possible. Tata chess tournament? No. For this, you need to travel. Currently, traveling is terrible because it's full of tests, full of checking out. I don't like this, so I'm waiting for the period being freedom, and I'm also regular coach and regular streamer. I cannot just leave the streams and my students just like that and playing tournaments back. I was a very active player years ago. Currently I'm not. I'm trying to play my local championships team, supporting my team, and if time to time I've got some invitation like Greek League. This year I will try to play a Greek League because I like the Greece sea and it will be awesome. I will be glad if I have a special invitation then. But just to play open for 10 days I think makes no sense. Without conditions I think all this costs too much, thousands of money. I check out for instance to play a World Championship, I think so, in Poland in the end of last year. Check out what are my possibilities. So to move there with my family, probably this will cost me over 3,000 euro. Over 3,000 euro to play the world champion in Poland. It was a rapid and blitz, I think so. For in about not more than 5 nights or something like that. 5-6 nights. Both blitz and rapid. It's over 3,000 euro. Buy flight tickets for the whole family. For members, let's say. So it's over 3,000 euro without giving you conditions, and finally you go there with full of China, with full of Indian. Nothing against these countries. I talk about that players are strong and they are much stronger than me probably. So why should I go there to spend 3,000 euro, not taking a prize, probably huge chance to not take a prize, and without sponsor. Yeah, so it's a very hard. Even if I go there alone, all right, let's say my spending of flight tickets and hotel could be the same. My price could be the same. So moving there by myself could be over 1,500 euro. It's not cheap. Could be flight tickets, going back, tests because of this situation. 2 years currently, tests, going back, current test there. It's very complicated currently. It's very complicated. At least this test has to be out, I think. Airport checking and whatever. It's very complicated. And at least I'm trying to choose a tournament where I'm able to get some conditions. Or online tournaments I'm already in. If there is a good tournament, I'm already in. Trying to be in. If they organize something online because of this current situation, I'll be in. I'll be glad to be in. Sub go. Yeah, I know, but I'm also having students what I don't want to leave them for a long period, so one long tournament could cost me 10 days probably. And maybe after 1 year, maximum 2 years, I can think about playing some more tournaments, yeah. Alright, so to be able to pin the knight, I think the best response here of black shouldn't be moving 2 times the knight. You have to think about e6 or e5. E6 currently block out the bishop. You're able to fianchetto him on b7 through this way, but in the other case e5 is a pressure in the center, and if my mouse is glad to move to b4, it will be nice soon. So if knight c3, you think about that, and if there is a check, it's a common response, knight c6. Nothing to worry about d5, because we simple take the knight by check. Continuation. And now, what's the best continuation for black? Why black is winning? It shows. Yeah, I love this community too. We have interesting battles. It also cost me time to organize these battles, to collect the team, to send to everyone personal message. Maybe you didn't appreciate that, maybe you appreciate that, maybe you didn't imagine. I don't have 10 people working for me. I'm currently alone. We have moderators. Huge thanks for the moderators who are doing something, but this is just about if they like the channel or not. In general, I'm doing everything by myself, organizing matches, battles, whatever, collecting the team, personal messages. So I think all this costs time, and also, yeah, I like also the coaching process, because in the coaching process I can talk with other people, or I'm able to help them, I'm able to make content too. Too much stress, yeah. Don't delay the factor that there is a too much stress. All right, you're gonna invest 3,000 euro to play a world championship, but it's too much stress every time it's happening to me. Every time it's happening to me, the final round, you play for prize, you play to make a norm, you play to rise your rating, of course. Especially the last round is full of pressure, adrenaline, yes, but also nerves, because most of all, if you waste rating, prize, money, and you go back at home, you waste 10 days of your life just like that. So I could prefer even, yeah, the Barato, but this YouTube is in general out of the Twitch, the most exciting moments out of Twitch. I move most of Twitch videos there, because in Twitch they didn't collect the videos long time, and that's why I moved them to YouTube. I'll be glad if you follow me and subscribe for me there too. Thank you so much in advance. Knight takes z5 based on the pin. Boom. So Othmane is able to pin the knight. At the same time, this full pressure d4 will be nice. So a3. We have amazing counterattack. Capture here for key. if we lose the bishop, we are able to take the knight. And how is this situation? Now already fast castle, and this queen is still not kickable. How to say not kickable? Because of losing g2. So if opponent play first knight f3, now we can move to the Othmane threat. What he did in the game. Knight g4, bishop d3, keep the pin somewhere. Does it matter where? I'm not sure. Let's go here. And next, you can take the bishop. But Othmane just played knight g4 and now queen d3. Queen d3 is good news for us. In Sicilian, but also Scandi, most of the situations, black is trying to trade off the queens, and this is for some point solving his opening problem. But the problem could be if opponent keep your queen in the center, what you gonna do then? It's time for second coffee. All right. So, PMD tournament result is announced. Yes, it's announced. We pasted it in Sabato channel immediately in Discord. It's a black to move here, yes. So I think so black is slightly better. You're able to trade off, and one of the best setup against this structure could be g6, bishop g7, and castle, but you're gonna waste the time to move away the queen. Opening traps. There about one book, 700 traps, 700, or it was 500, it was 700 opening traps. Do you have a favorite trap? Seems like Eric Rossen Stafford Gambit trap is good by black. Against weaker opponents, probably this is really good. So Stafford Gambit is really nice for beginners, because if they don't know how to react, most of the gambits are very good strategy against beginners. You can all the time trick them if they don't know how to defend. Okay, queen d3, such good news for black. I think Othmane is already alright to get the bishop pair in open position. Also, he doesn't need to hurry up so much, so move like e5 could break through this strong center.
Stafford Gambit.
All right. Stafford Gambit, I've beat him. Yeah, if you check out, not sure, maybe in the list. I generate a list in YouTube. It's maybe matches, in the matches against Eric Ross in one of the game. I definitely outplay him in Stafford. A lot of practicing, no shortcuts. I think so for 1, 2, 5 times it's good to play gambits, but for online playing it's definitely sneaky and good method to play. Good strategy to play gambits against weaker opponents, just to get rid of the main theory to make risky positions. It's a very, very good deal. Capture here, but for long-term working, of course, you need a totally different repertoire. I think his question was a different one: how to surprise, how to fall down as fast as possible as beginners. So you can do the same against your opponents, same rating as you. You can play gambits to make the game open and push yourself to calculate more. It's not all the time about studying opening part. You can play one idea more risky at the beginning of your career, because again, nothing to lose, so you're able to have a risk. Especially online. Don't care so much about saving up every single rating point. Try to have a risk. No risk, no win. This will be much, much, much better move order of black after e5. If white is pushing d5, different pawn structure, again, he's able to take, but the difference is you have already this pawn in the center. This is the difference between. And now, like King's Indian, bishop d7, a5, knight a6, knight c5 occupy these squares with the knight. So I think it's a good setup. You should get this to 2. No risk, no win, yeah. Enough long if the question was to me or to the other person in the chat. Okay. He used to come here. Yeah. Bring the bishop back. So how to cover c7? Do we need to cover c7, or we're used to go for any counter-attacking? We have to check out. Maybe move like bishop b7, but there is a knight takes c7 and go back. So if we give up this pawn, we have to be sure that we're going to trap the knight, something like that. It's a very sneaky. a6, attack him, provoke him to capture such a poisoned pawn, and then you're able to go to a7. Yes. I'm having currently this Thursday simultaneous, so feel free to subscribe on time and to put your name for the simul. More than 10 people I'm playing, probably. If I play against more than 20 people, I will stop accepting challenges. Okay. Okay, so a6 rook a7 is excellent, excellent trapping of the knight, and excellent kick him out, because I'm pretty sure he will go for a3, a3 counterattack of my bishop, or he will simply bring back the knight. And now you're able to develop in a comfortable way. Bishop d6. C5 counterattack, but we'll just simplify with c5. Hey Diburato, huge thanks. Thank you for the subscribing. You're welcome to Amazonka's club. a3. I'll be glad if you join our Discord. There we go. You can get announcements for the upcoming stream in general, and all the time if you ask our subs, they know very well when I'm streaming, Wednesday and Thursday night time. 300 subscribers with Dibrat! Thank you guys, thank you. In deep thinking, oh, I cannot be so precise. I'm not fitness lady so much. I finished the sport academy, but I have no idea what could be so exact eating of calories, spending, and all this fitness eating or counting the calories. Intense, yes, of course it's intense. It's full of emotions, adrenaline, pressure, yes, correct. a5 here could block out b4. And step by step white could prepare pushing of b4 and c5. We've got, I think, 2 new people today in Twitch. Subscribe for us. So now, yeah, what's the reason he didn't take here? Because there is an in-between check winning of 1 more pawn. So that's why knight d4 is the chess-turn choice of bishop b6. You can use your Prime membership to subscribe for free for the channel too. Bishop a6. I think Othmane did a great job here, and finally he was able to... his opponent didn't pay attention to this pin and winning of the piece, so c6. He has to protect the bishop, the backward piece, like bishop f1, like rook d1. These are all the ways how you're not able to lose the knight or to lose the bishop. Stupid simple game with board and pieces. Oh my gosh. Oh man, pure. This is all my life, and you said it's a stupid game with any board and pieces, any other. If it's a stupid, you can become a world champion. That it's a deep thinking, yeah. It's a way of life. It's art. It's everything, yeah. The deep calculations in advance as fast as possible. Who is faster calculate than his opponent? Because you cannot compare your thinking with the world champion thinking. It's much more important to compare your thinking with opponent thinking. If you're faster, a faster calculator and in advanced calculator, exactly about the depth, you're gonna be the winner. You're gonna be the winner this game. Yeah, it's magnificent, definitely. The way of calculations. Black was able to play simple chess. Take this knight, avoiding counterattack, just by capture the rook too. In the end of the line. Simple decision. This is also simple, but much better is to take a clear extra piece than this way. Clear extra piece than 2 pieces for a rook. It's again totally winning, especially with the bishop pair. Let me see how Othmane. Oh, he crushed him, like take his other rook by 4 key. Okay. Yeah, this is totally winning already. He trade off the rooks and push. His opponent resigned. Good game, Othmane. Good game. 1 game of Derek, 3 games of Othmane, 1 game of the Piper, 1 game of Xpac. Probably I can keep going with Xpac if linuxarcher fall asleep. linuxarcher also sent me, I think so, several games or 1 game. I have to check out. But maybe I can finish with the Xpac games. I'm able to analyze 30 more minutes, but I also become tired of this analyzing, so I can continue analyzing tomorrow, Wednesday night stream too. I think Lichess is for free currently. There are no memberships there, if I'm not wrong. And Lichess is for free, and chess.com is a bigger platform with more prize fund tournaments, probably, and with more maybe educational approach. We have their chess drills, endgame special skills, but in their case I prefer Lichess, using Lichess for my students, share with them links for homework. It's much easy to operate there, because both players are able to check out what we are playing in a custom learning study. So there are differences, yeah. Well, there are different menus with the different names, but don't mess up. Some of them are the same, like Puzzle Race, in my eyes, is like Puzzle Rush. So if we compare, maybe there are not so many differences between. Not sure how many people is the Lichess staff, but chess.com are having also hiring non-stop people or working for this website. I think soon they sell it and they change a little bit the platform, update it. Some top events are also operating in chess.com. For instance, something like last year, I think I was able to play some version of national team tournament. So yeah. On mobile, probably there's some differences. There are many, so it's hard to explain, but this is my Lichess account too. Okay, cool. Probably, yeah. I think when I give my coach recommendations, I'm using both platforms. Most of all, both platforms. I have some, I'm using some benefits of Lichess, I told you, some of them, and I'm using most of all chess.com for playing and streaming because I have contract with them. Xpac. Oh wait, I have 2 more games of Xpac. Okay, there we go. Let's go. He can check out the stream later. I think I was going for the one of the game. Okay, let's go for the second one now. This is the second game of Xpac. (57-49) accuracy. For instance, about the bullet, this is the other difference between about the bullet. I know that Lichess is one idea better, less traffic there too. For some tournaments, less traffic maybe, less bugging, maybe. They banned Lichess last year, I remember. I lost all my studies for all my students. I was in trouble, I was terrible. of that. Catastrophic. I was under stress. I have so many studies there, but of course at the same time I have them in my software. But also less traffic, less bugging, less lag. I mean, when you play Hyper Bullet, you're gonna feel that. If you don't play, you will not. But in chess.com, when you play pre-move, it's gonna still count you time. In lichess, if you play pre-move, it seems like a faster platform, or I'm not sure how to explain you. It's just about the part of the second move. Yeah, there is a difference about that, about the speed of Hyper Bullet playing. Okay, this is the game of Xpac, another game of Scandi. Could be faster server, I'm not sure how to explain it, yeah. But could be based on the traffic. If chess.com are having, not sure millions, but 1,000 people than lichess, makes sense that based on the traffic it's faster platform or server, I'm not sure. So he's giving the check, yeah? Didn't I check this game already? No, it's a different game. Oh, wait, this is the same game, no? I already checked this game. Is it the same game? Oh, he sent me the same game twice. Oh, no. No. Let's go to next. I already checked this game. Wait, he sent me the same game 3 times. Oh, he only sent me 1 game. Just a second. I thought he sent me 3 games, but he sent me the same game 3 times. We already analyzed this deeper. Yeah, we already analyzed this deeper. Okay. So I can move to a different person. I finished with the Piper, Xpac, and Othmane, and Derek order also 1 game. We can check out linuxarcher next. Oh, we have Strider. Okay, let's check out linuxarcher when he's in chat. Maybe tomorrow night. Let's go for Strider. Strider sent me some game. He said he didn't see a free night. Alright, so let's go to Strider, analyze this board. Where is the analyze mode here? When I push my bishop, I keep getting pushed back the pawns. You sent me the game, yeah, I opened up the game, but searching for how to go to analyze this mode, it's complicated. There is no analyzing. Download comment? Not new game, it was here before. Ah, computer, okay, info. I should go to info analysis. It's so complicated here. Some of the menus are totally complicated. There is still old platform. There is also existing the new one. I'm struggling sometimes, yeah. Start review. Okay, the accuracy is 66 for Strider, 71 for his opponent, Kjell Pettersson. Wow, this is a 2060 rated player. Wow, okay. And he was a little disappointed that he didn't see blundering in one of the night, what he described. Okay, let's go. Hey, Sudar. I have to check out if I remember. In general, about the rapid, I think I finished totally by rapid. 0.1 second. Lichess is 0.00. Yeah, so this is a huge difference, by the way. But this only you can feel it 1 more time in Hyper Bullet and in Bullet. No other platform. Alright. I want to also start driving, repair my car. It's outside 2 years. It's terrible. It's gonna cost maybe at least 500 euro to repair it. But we'll see. So just a second. So we have... Oh, we have 960 set up. Yes, Fianchetto, this is my favorable starting of the game too. Not from the Blitz and second weeks of Arena. I'm not sure if you ever sent me a link. I will check out the old chat with every single current Discord personal message people, and I will analyze all the games. I'm not sure. You can check out in YouTube maybe also if I ever analyze some of the games. I have to check out too if I remember. Your opponent is Candidate Master? Really? Let's check him out. Yeah, Candidate Master. Yeah. These titles are not appearing in general in front of the account, but they have a free membership, I think so, if you're a title player. Benefits. He lost against Gyoku. Okay. So, it's something like English. G3. Your bishop question is stupid to Grandmaster. Okay. F4. No, it's my second coffee, Vishen. I think you did well, but maybe bishop f2 could be a wasting of time, or you try to make a castle maybe, safety castle. I think you can try to be more active and eliminate the bishop pair, and now if he did this kind of castle, it's gonna be very weak position of the king. And alright, now you can go for this side of castling. 95 is very nice, by the way. 2 times moving the knight, but with sense to illustrous. I don't like it, but... So I'm supporting here white side. It's not really weak structure just because you're able to protect it and you open up his king and bishop pair. Again, you have to respect the bishop pair advantage. Hey Bon. Well, I'm drinking my second tea. I already drank second coffee. I already drank tea in the morning, then eat a little bit, then one coffee. Now it's second coffee. It's 11 a.m. my time. Bishop f7, bishop f2, d6, castle. Okay, I like the way how he was doing. Solider. This is a little problem every time when we have 2 minor pieces like that, just because c5 to c4. And now you should retreat. You should retreat. You're not able to push c4 because this pawn is hanging. So I think so. You have to be precise into moving this knight here. Maybe b3, maybe b3 c4. b3 c4 is a good pawn chain against this bishop. Probably c3, e4. Everything could be good. e4 directly. And then you're able to bring the bishop back, but open up the position, open up the e file, maybe rook e1, queen d1, pawn chain against this bishop could help too. In advance, if you're able to push d4, will be nice. Yeah, d4 could be before the knight's moving too, but now you're not able. So maybe f4 first and then d4, but a little bit hanging in front of my king. I'm not a fan of this. I think he was doing nice here, but now I could appreciate e4, open up the game. c3. I think white lost for a while the advantage in the center, but in 960 cannot say this is a huge mistake, huge factor. Because it's a different setup. Okay, e4, fighting for the center. Looks like good. Capture on f5. Lost the center again. Why lost the center? Because black is able to bring this pawn, and now there is some pressure in the center, yes. So if you don't take on f5, what you should do? What you should do? What you should do by white? Maybe keep the pressure is much better waiting for black to capture, and then you capture with the knight. Makes sense. If you first capture here, I will repeat that you give up the center. Now it's okay, but if g takes f5, it's not okay. Oh, could be d3, could be d3, keep the pressure of the center, yeah. Take, again, this is much better than usual. You capture a bit wrong strategy decision in the center. It's not a blunder, but it's wrong strategy decision in the center. Knight c4. All right. Yeah, this is very nice now. Wow, but maybe b6 kick you out and you have to come back. I'm not sure that bishop c5 is the best. I could directly attack the rook based on this. So if rook d7, I think there's a knight c5, more activity here. Bishop bishop h3 also, it's enough good, maybe. And now pin the knight back. If rook d8, more pressure. Yeah, probably he will lose something. Probably he will lose something. So bishop c5, bishop b6 now is good. Oh, we have now... Hey, listen. Oh, now you're totally winning, man. Oh, such a blunder, such a blunder. Oh, please try to figure out how white is winning. It could be here. What is the winning chance of white now? Yeah, for some point his rooks are trapped. His rooks are trapped. Oh wait, but knight c5, I'm gonna take the bishop, and when you capture here, I will take back 2 pieces. What's the winning way? Let's go! No time, no time. Wasting of time is bishop g2, of course. Boom, boom, boom. You have to explode him. You have to crush him. Forcing way. No time, man. No time for bishop g2. No time for knight c5. Play simple chess. Solve the current problem. Queen g2. That's pity. Could crush this 2000 rated player. You play like really I don't know. You play very strange. Alright, perfect. Maybe King G2 91 check. Okay, King H1 is alright. Queen E8. Oh, some blunder based on H5 deflection of the queen, disconnect queen from the rook. And if you move the queen to H3, there's a knight G5 continuation of attacking. Okay. Bishop c5 is not so precise. What again? I'm asking you simple questions. But if I'm asking you the correct questions, very often I'm getting the correct answers. So, play simple chess here, please. What means simple chess right now? You're 1-5. You're not 1-5. You're not 1-5. Please share with us your chess rating. You're not 1-5. Don't cheat. You're 1-5 because of time trouble and panic. Panic in the blitz, in the side note. You're not 1-5. I'm not accepting, so they're like 1-5. He crushed me several times in our simul, so he's not 1-5. Okay, knight g5, no. No, I'm talking about bishop c5, h5, queen h3, knight g5. You don't follow my arrows. Deflecting the queen, and boom, winning the rook. This is a new sign, I think. New stickers. So I'm asking you here, what's gonna be the simplify by exchange? How to exchange? You're not able to exchange. It will be simplifying. Oh, you mean here? Oh, you mean this line? Okay, let's go deeper. You said this. Ah, and now take. Okay. Yeah, but you're in trouble here, yeah? You're in trouble. Maybe I'm able to take this because of queen f1 in advance checkmate. Yes. You're already lost. I mean, from position with so much advantage, you're already to the move to the queen endgame with pawn down. Makes no sense. White to move. Please play simple chess. Rook takes b7. Chicken dinner. Yeah. Chicken dinner. So chicken dinner is the pawn b7, guys. Pawn b7. This is Soter rating. In lichess. In lichess too. Yeah, after you won already the extra pawn, now you're able to go to this variation. Alright, yeah, this tactics what we already discussed about. Bishop c5, forcing way, trade-off here, capture on f8, and so on, yeah? Bullet is not chess, please. Bullet is not chess. Makes no sense. So with h5, there we go. The simplest, play simple chess, yeah? Exchange the queen, solve your problems in advance. Black queen is anyway out of the playing area, so makes no sense. Rook takes b7 was easy decision. Exchange, cool. Knight in game. What's up here? Are you going to be the first attacker? There we go. 4 key. So yeah, probably there's some kind of counterattack, but you don't really care about this because now you disconnect totally the pawn structure. Now we've got a 4-1 pawn island, 2, second, third, fourth, 4 pawn islands. 4 pawn islands. So that's why it makes no sense. This path pawn is not really dangerous, and the next ones are just target, because here you can stay in front of the isolated pawn and you can use your knight like an excellent attacker. Here we go, here we go, here we go in advance, and so on. Seems like my preferable color here are gonna be white. Yeah, you have 30. No, you can do much more. You can do much more. You can do pre-moves. Okay, I believe you're still winning here. And 91, 93, he could try also to win this backward pawn. Oh, he blundered. Ouch, ouch. He blundered. Alright, so he blundered the knight, 2000 rated player. He's having time, but he blundered the knight in the one. Is that pre-move? Oh yeah, seems like pre-move, by the way. Is he expecting different move? Maybe he was expecting this, either this, and that's why he did a pre-move, yeah? Side note, problems are coming. This is his hope, yeah? Otherwise, white is still better. Oh, okay. There's a simple defense. Even true knight c4, but knight d1 is more than enough. Knight c4 also. Because of comeback. Because of comeback. It's not so good when you lose two pawns in one move. It's not so good. Block on knight d4 here could be knight f3 move. Yeah, maybe you're able to hold on. Push, 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 push. At least not losing the pawn, yeah? Much better. Knight endgame is like pawn, like pawn endgame totally. I could prefer to capture here. It's very easy decision in my eyes. Just go for simplification. On the other side, where I'm having a two connected potential pass pawns. So this will be easy win for black now. All right, it's okay. Black is totally winning here. Yeah. One of my favorite gambit is Evans. I mean, I'm totally respected. And even played. Even very often played by white. I like Evans Gambit. You can check out also Evans Gambit. It's one of my favorite by white side. Stafford is for black side only if e4, e5 against e4. Against d4 you have Gambit like Banco, but it's not so great. No good compensation there. You will hard understand it. So I could recommend definitely you have a king side counter attack against the king side part, against the king in the center too. This is Stafford, this is Evans, this is King's Gambit for white side. Yeah, you're able to study much more. Yeah. Maybe it's oh no, it's like that, yeah. Favorite players ever. Yeah, by myself. Okay, this was Strider. Only one game. I said only one because sometimes people send me 3 games. Who else? Othmane, Xpac. What about Halfwell Nelson? Halfwell Nelson, he's not here with us, but today I can check out. He sent me 2 games, seems like. Solid top 3. Daniel Dimovsky just colored the games. What is Soltaire? I don't see Soltaire. Have to check out. I see Halfwell Nelson sent me 2 games. What I can go for? Daniel Dimovsky. I can check out maybe tomorrow. He didn't send me links because I have to check out his account. I can check out 2 more games of Halfwell Nelson or linuxarcher. So, linuxarcher, how many games he sent me? Maybe Soltaire. This e4. Ah, you said to him what is it? Yeah, you can check out and Google what is it when you write down the correct name anyway. Okay, yeah, let's check out Solitaire. Did you send me any rapid game? Any Blitz and 160 games? Let me see. After our long talking. Merlin. Oh, I've got your games here from 20th of March. Let's check out if I ever see them. If I ever analyzed them before. Oh, Sente. This has to be... I think I have analyzed them. Let's fast preview. Yeah, I have analyzed them. If I'm not wrong. But searching for the stream before and sending you the link maybe. And let's check out the second game. I think I cleared the previous analyzings. This is the second game what you sent me, Kirkan. I think I also analyzed this, yeah. I analyzed this, I think so. Yeah, I analyzed this. Not sure which stream, because I analyzed on Tuesday and Wednesday also, or Thursday. After Bogner, or Wednesday. I don't remember, I have to check out. I think maybe in YouTube you can find out it easy, the analysis. So there, I think so I already analyzed them. I remember these games because... Yeah, Eric Rossen is the huge specialist of Stafford. It's Stafford, but it's Suffer endgame. Endgame. Opening part, sorry. It's so trappy because of potential sacrifice on G4, yes, it's so trappy, yeah. It's quite interesting, yeah. Alright, let's go to Halful Nelson, or I think I cover Rousseau Gambit. Okay, let's check out linuxarcher, how many games he sent me. Let's go over linuxarcher. I think I have time for him. 27. Wait, 26. Let's check out. He played buff, I think, so 960. Yeah. Let's check out Andrew Hoy game. I think linuxarcher sent me 2 games. If Sultar... cannot find the analysis, let me know. Share with me, yeah. Okay, linuxarcher, let's go. Against Andrew Hoy. I crushed him here, so you can check out. I made a separate video. Don't forget about press like the button. It's gonna help me so much for the platform. Okay, linuxarcher against Andrew Hoy. I also play against him. I was... don't remember which color. Skindy! Maybe I will finish with the linuxarcher and continue tomorrow with the Halful Nelson and the rest of the people. I should make a list because so many games. I'm confused, so many people. Okay, not that great. I repeat. Take back the pawn as fast as possible at the beginning of the game is the best response if you see d4. Makes no sense even to sacrifice this pawn. Makes sense to sacrifice any of these pawn against c4 line, c6, pawn takes. It's all about this square and pressure to block out, to fix black, to fix white, and even bring the rook or queenside castle, not really sure. It's all about pressure of the d file, try to use that, yeah. Try to go for these threats. It's only working against c4. Against d4, I will continue repeating that one of the best is immediately capture back the pawn, or if you decide, you can go for this pressure of the d4 pawn. Thanks for running. Oh, you found them? Okay. Thank you so much, Sodari. Yeah, I remember the games very, very clear. I remember I analyzed them. Yeah. It was some amazing tactics of you on the queenside part in Kyrkan, in the other game. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, when I spend more time for analysis, I remember them. But if you ask me about some former games of me, what I didn't analyze, maybe I don't remember them. Oh, you can find it in the previous streams in Twitch too. I think there are 2 ways to check out. But in YouTube it's easier because I cut the videos and make them with separate topic, just to be clear. So g6, in my eyes, this is a mistake because white is able to hold on this extra pawn. This is not good strategy against this candy. Simplify, but look at this center, guys. Look at this center. This is not so great. This is not so great. This is fire center, fire. You play worse after? Okay, maybe you should make it for time. I mean, you have time there, but maybe you should make it for a current time. Try to control yourself, like 30 minutes tactic, 30 minutes playing. 1 hour tactics, 1 hour playing, something like that. If you fall down 10 tactics in a row, then better don't play blitz this day. Seems like you're totally blind, you know? Try at least on the next day to play. I mean, if you're not in good mood for tactics, how you will be able to play good chess afterwards, yeah? Training could be different thing, but tactics are important to avoid the blundering point in the games. Tactics are pushing you, are a great hint if you're in a good mood to play or not. If you're not able to solve tactics on your level or level where you are, if you're not able to calculate, or if you're lazy to calculate, better don't go to play blitz. If you're gonna play just because you have to play today, don't play. Don't play. You have to be full concentrated. I think black is not really having compensation here for the pawn down. And this is the problem. This is the main problem. He has to figure out the problem at the beginning. Not now. Now it's too late. Well, of course, instead of retreating, we have a better deal to trade off the bishops. But we're still pawn down and cannot figure out knight b6, c6. Looks strange. Maybe knight b6 with the hope of queen d7 attacking c4. He's not able to push because he's gonna take back d5. So maybe you could try this setup. Queen b6, queen d7, knight b6, queen d7, queen a4. Pressure. Hey, hi. How are you doing? Double the pawns, another weakness of black. So now eliminating this defender means bing bing bang bang boom boom on the king side part. That's mean when your opponent trade off g7. Hey the Piper, thank you for the email. I have just got it. Thank you for confirmation for playing in the upcoming simul, and feel free to come Thursday just on time and being in live chess, or follow us on Twitch. I'm able also to challenge you if you're in live chess. 6. That's nice for white pawn structure, not for black. Yeah, pretty nice for white. I think Andrew Hoy is a strong player. Doing mystics very rare, but you can check out my game against him in Arena on YouTube, so it's a good game. You can just click on YouTube video because it's only one game against him there in this video. Only one game against Anna Maya too, so I hope so you're gonna like the videos. Okay, now simplifying, and yeah, makes no sense to finish this game. Again, after opening part, if you're struggling in the opening part and you give this center to the opponent, makes no sense to waste your time to check out what kind of in advance mistake you're doing, because it's already +2, +3 for white, so what's the sense? Makes no sense. Also, you play against enough strong opponent, Andrew Hoy. He does have title, very strange. Seems to be like FIDE master or national master at least. Let's check out linuxarcher one more game. I think in this opening could be very... Oh, he sent me about 3 games, I think so. Or maybe this is the same game. Let me see. This is second game of him. 78 accuracy against 70. Good accuracy for linuxarcher here. There we go. Okay. So this is the second game against John Chandler. This time rating is a similar one, but this is a 960. Yeah, he's a good tactical player. I think he also beat maybe Mr. Kusha and V Pantev in the previous edition. So yeah, he's doing a great job. Bishop behind the pawn, not so great, but in the other case, yeah, you move out. It's not only board and pieces, yes, it's a little bit hard to play chess. It's not only board and pieces. You can operate like that, maybe. Could be nice. Or b4, open up the queen. I think to push d4 here is a little bit strange. Maybe I could choose to push the other pawn, like totally this side of the board. I told you I wanna go for this setup. Here, 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 bishop outside here. Or maybe one time e3, just like that, and light square bishop out, dark square bishop out, knight here. Then I'm gonna close this knight, so maybe in advance this and this. I think here a3 didn't block out anything, so it's a wasting of time. You're not even able to activate the queen. Or maybe you're able to attack the pawn, but they have good defending here. I think so. I should continue, increase some pressure here. Develop the knights here. You're able to make pressure of the pin knight. Hey Venki, how are you doing? A3 makes no sense, wasting of time. Oh, whoa, 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 such a piece. Well, this guy blunder, because he's underrated. Anyway, 800 level of player just. And linuxarcher used this. He blunder piece after piece. Almost trap. Next step is trade-off. And look at that. Bishop cannot be defender of the 2 pieces. You're able to cover only one of it. So you can simply capture here because you have already extra piece, but winning of that, and in advance try to activate, place your queen somehow. Bishop retreat and queen has to be out. To help to the other pieces. Yeah, the deflection could be knight takes e6 if you don't want to give up your bishop, and there we go. Again, you won something, yeah. But congrats to linuxarcher that he collected all his pieces. Bravo! Oh, look at such a castle in the center of the board. He just touched the rook with the king, and boom, King G1. Oh no, it's not Bulgaria. It's just a background. Push. Keep collecting of pieces. In between check on d6. Amazing. In between check and his opponent just resign. Because then you're able to take the rook and the knight. So you win as much as possible. You keep the pressure of our pieces too. Very, very good game of linuxarcher. Almost nothing to analyze here. He played almost perfect. He sent me another link, but I'm not sure. Could be from the same game. Let's check out. I think it's the same game, maybe. 96, yes, it's the same game. So I cover linuxarcher, and I plan to finish with that. So the first game in Scandi, try to take back this pawn d5 as fast as possible. Second game, 960, was almost perfect. Thank you, linuxarcher, for your participation. Cheers. 15 more minutes. Maybe I can check out who else is in the list. I think I should continue with the Halful Nelson. Lois didn't share any rapid games. Which tournament he played? I mess up because different players, different tournaments. So Othmane, I finished. Gref even didn't send me anything. Xpac, I analyze everything. There is a streamer, Devina. I contacted with her for upcoming maybe sub battle. Strider, yeah, Halful. Oh, Daniel Dymovsky, yeah, Daniel and Halful Nelson could be tomorrow. I'm really tired today. I cover many games. Sarhane nothing, Francesco nothing, Jersey nothing, Wickhack nothing, Zlesh nothing. I have to check out the channel too. Maybe I'm able to analyze one more game. Voltage. You have to check out. Okay, let's go for Sabedo channel just to be sure. Just to show the community that even 2-7 player blundered his pieces sometimes. Oh, Sarhane sent me. Okay, it was from today. Okay. You didn't send me a personal message. Okay. Let's check out. Let's finish with this. To show to the community that 2-7 rated player is able to blunder. This is the lesson of Sarhane. Lesson of Sarhane. Analyze this board. Yeah. This is not from the tournament, I think so. Oh no, it's from the tournament. Oh. Strand. Mr. Strand, I think Mr. Strand was doing as fast as possible strategy just to be able to play more games in arena, because as more as possible you are having more streaks and more points. Alright, Sarhane strategy is also good. I already showed you this move like alternative. I prefer bishop b5, check strategy. Don't worry to push d4. I think you have to push d4 anyway. Bring the bishop back, okay? Because this pawn chain already totally fixed the bishop, so he bring the bishop back. Here we go. I don't like this knight's capture. Why not open up the bishop here? I don't know. I'm just curious to know. h3 now. This is a standard setup. Maybe bishop e6 out here. Okay. Yeah, he captured back with the knight, and now I prefer c4, and if I don't have space for the dark square bishop good one, I'm able to fianchetto, and then this is a pretty strong center for white side. c4, b3, bishop b2. He's trying to develop. I don't respect this move. I could respect it only Sarhane is the highest who you beat, so there, yeah. I could respect this move only if there is any benefit, if there's any winning of material. If there's any winning of material. In advance. So let's give a recommendation here. It's a white to move. What has to be the correct strategy for white side? I think bishop takes f6 seems like this. So when you follow some rules, makes no sense to play this move. Rook d1, of course, the most natural move is centralizing, so you have many moves bothering the queen, probably queen gonna be out here like that. Knight e5 is the other natural move, centralize the knight. Of course, black will try to push c5, and now we have several methods how to attack h3 and then deflect the knight, or provoke him to push something and then being able to sacrifice or whatever. With the knight e5, situation is totally different. Queen h3 now. Threat of pressure. If g6, we can take back and a little bit later to try to use these weak squares around. If there is a h6, what could happen here? What's this +5 move? +5 move for white. What could be? +5. What's this move +5, guys? Don't sleep. Yeah, let me check out what's going on here. I told you can sacrifice only when you're totally ready. There is a h7 square. So what's the next decision of white? Almost doesn't really matter what's black's doing. After d takes c3, what's the continuation? What's the potential attacking on the king side part? How you gonna increase this advantage? Rook e3, rook g3 looks easy. Alright, so if pawn is deflected, rook e3, rook g3. If I was playing rook d8, how you gonna attack me then? What's the most common deflection? Checkmate. How? How? Before checkmate you have to deflect me. One shot. It's a white to move. How you gonna keep going with attacking on the king side part? You are pieced down. Wait, you wanna take? Aha, you're searching for such a tactics. Oh. Is that winning? Seems like black is having time to occupy himself here. It's not that winning. Even black become better. Take the pawn you still didn't figure out. Please find out a plan how to deflect me, how to play for a checkmate attacking. Don't simplify so much, because don't forget about your piece down. Waiting for the most powerful suggestion. Come on, chat. Take the pawn with the knight. No. Which piece I'm talking about deflection? we have to deflect. Which piece I'm talking about? Which piece? Queen g5, then knight g6. g3, h3. What about the knight on f6? Is there a way to deflect the knight on f6, guys? Is there a way to deflect this boy? This is a strong boy, strong defender. What about deflecting him? Arkady, 1984. There we go, man. There we go. Finally, finally. Finally, chat. Knight g4. Boom. Deflection. Checkmate. Alright? Did you get it? Hope so. g4, g5 is too slow. If you have a minor piece attacking it, it's gonna be much better. It's just checkmate or winning a piece. And checkmate later. Alright. So I'm just showing you what could be the potential attack here of white, how to organize the pieces and so on. So move like rook a d1, it's just calling, not playing move by move. It's just calling generating a plan. You can follow the plan, you can change it on the way also. I don't like this move. Yeah, but you didn't said where. You said take the pawn with the knight. You said something different. No? Alright, check. He eliminated the knight now. Yeah, that's the power now. Your bishop is fixed by this pawn chain and he's having much stronger bishop than you. Plus you're having isolated pawns. Several minuses already for white. White is already worse. Let me see how white won this game. Seems like blunder. Bring the queen back. Step by step, black is trying to win the pawn. Oh, this is the blunder now, I see. He blunder. White is able first in between capture the rook, trade off everything and then capture the bishop. Andrew Hoy probably forget about first capture here. And then take here. There is no checkmate on the background because you have a window, you have recapturing by queen. Oh. So here we go. He blundered by rook takes. Such a blunder of Andrew Hoy. In between capture. And boom. Boom. Excellent. Excellent win of Sarhane. Thank you so much, guys.